Imagine for a moment that the most powerful tool for a meaningful, fulfilled life isn't something you can buy, earn, or be given by others. It's already within you, waiting to be discovered and harnessed. This isn't just a thought experiment. It's a reality grounded in the wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that has guided countless individuals through the ages toward living with purpose, resilience, and tranquility. The hidden treasure. Within Stoicism teaches us that the key to a life well lived isn't found in external accolades or material success, but in mastering the art of valuing ourselves through the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It's a powerful reminder that despite the chaos and challenges of the external world, we hold within us the unshakable foundation for our well-being and happiness. In a world where societal expectations and self-doubt often cloud our self-perception, Stoicism invites us to peel back these layers to uncover timeless principles that can transform the way we see ourselves and our place in the world. This journey is about more than just self-improvement. It's about rediscovering our inherent worth and learning to live in alignment with our deepest values. Embracing the Stoic path. If you're ready to unlock the doors to personal freedom, resilience, and fulfillment, you're in the right place. Let's embark on this adventure together, exploring how the wisdom of Stoicism can illuminate the path to valuing ourselves like never before. Consider yourself different from the majority. If you're here, you are an exception. Now, act like one, and don't skip any part of this content. We've all been guilty of settling at one point or another, whether it's staying in a draining job, remaining in unfulfilling relationships, or not chasing after our dreams due to fear. We compromise and tell ourselves this is as good as it gets. But why do we do that? Is it fear, comfort? Maybe it's a bit of both. The Stoic perspective on worth Stoicism teaches us that our true worth isn't swayed by external circumstances. Whether you're in a palace or a prison, what truly defines us is not our situation, but how we respond to it. It's about recognizing that while we may not have control over every aspect of our lives, we have the ultimate power over our perceptions, judgments, and actions. When we accept less than we deserve, we're essentially saying that our external circumstances have more power over us than we do. Stoicism invites us to challenge that notion. It encourages us to ask ourselves if our situation aligns with our values and if we're responding in a way that reflects our true worth. If the answer is no, Stoicism empowers us to change our perception, choose our response, and transform our reality. Responding to life's challenges. Remember that your worth isn't determined by your job title, relationship status, or the size of your bank account. It's determined by your ability to remain true to your values, to act with courage, wisdom, and integrity, no matter the circumstances. This isn't about blaming ourselves for our situations, but about empowering ourselves to seize the control we do have. Let's not settle for less, not because we're entitled or arrogant, but because we recognize our inherent worth. Let's respond to life's challenges with the strength and resilience that come from knowing who we are and what we stand for. When we do that, we're not just living, we're thriving in true Stoic fashion. Acknowledging our achievements. Stoicism, with its profound understanding of human nature, doesn't encourage us to boast or inflate our egos. What it does encourage is a fair and honest recognition of our own efforts and virtues. Acknowledging our achievements isn't about feeding our pride, it's about recognizing the work, discipline, and perseverance it took to get there. It's about honoring our commitment to our goals and our adherence to our values. In Stoicism, virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are central. When you achieve something, no matter how big or small, it's often because you've exercised these virtues. Maybe it took courage to apply for that job, wisdom to navigate challenges along the way, or discipline to organize your life. When you attribute your success to luck or diminish it as something anyone could do, you're not just undervaluing the outcome, you're undervaluing the virtues you practice to get there. So how do we change this mindset? How do we start acknowledging our achievements without tipping into arrogance? The balance of honesty and humility. The Stoic approach is all about balance and honesty. It's about saying, yes, I worked hard for this. Yes, I faced challenges and overcame them. And yes, this achievement is a reflection of my effort and my virtues. It's about giving yourself credit where credit is due, not for the sake of your ego, but for the sake of truth. Think about something you've achieved recently. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Reflect on the virtues you practiced to achieve it. Maybe you showed incredible discipline, took a brave step out of your comfort zone, or used your wisdom to solve a problem. Whatever it is, take a moment to acknowledge it. Recognize the virtues behind the achievement. This exercise isn't about patting yourself on the back. It's about seeing the truth of your own character and effort. Embracing this Stoic practice can transform the way we view our successes and ourselves. It moves us away from false modesty and towards a genuine appreciation of our strengths and capabilities. It teaches us that acknowledging our achievements isn't about ego. It's about recognizing the virtues we've embodied and the hard work we've put in. The importance of self-care. It's a common scenario. Staying late at work to help a colleague, skipping your morning run to make breakfast for your family, or putting your own dreams on hold to support someone else's. It feels noble, selfless, even heroic at times. But here's the twist. Constantly putting others first at the expense of your own well-being can lead to burnout, resentment, and a loss of self. It's like trying to fill cups from an empty pitcher. Eventually you run out. Stoicism isn't about being detached or selfish. In fact, it places great emphasis on virtue and the betterment of society. However, it also teaches us the critical importance of self-care. Why? Because caring for oneself isn't selfish. It's the foundation of being able to care for others effectively. Stoicism reminds us that to be of service to others, we must first ensure that we are in a good place ourselves, physically, mentally, and spiritually. The dichotomy of control. Stoicism teaches us about the dichotomy of control, understanding what is within our control and what isn't. Our own thoughts, beliefs, actions, and self-care are within our control. The well-being of others, as much as we may wish otherwise, isn't directly under our control. What we can control, however, is how well-equipped we are to offer help, support, and love to those around us. And that starts with taking care of ourselves. When you're well-rested, healthy, and at peace, how much more patient, understanding, and present are you for the people in your life? How much more effectively can you contribute to their well-being? This isn't just about physical health. It's about mental and emotional resilience. It's about having the inner resources to be compassionate, to offer wise counsel, and to be a source of stability and strength for others. Striking a balance. How do we strike this balance? How do we ensure we're not neglecting our own needs in the process of helping others? It starts with recognizing that self-care isn't a luxury or an afterthought. It's a necessity. It means making time for things that replenish us, whether that's exercise, meditation, reading, or simply spending a few quiet moments alone. It means setting boundaries and being okay with saying no when we need to. And it means doing these things not out of self-indulgence, but out of a commitment to being our best selves for the people we care about. I want to challenge you to think about one way you can prioritize your well-being this week. Maybe it's committing to a daily walk, carving out time for a hobby you love, or setting boundaries around your work hours. Whatever it is, remember that this act of self-care isn't just for you. It's a way of ensuring that when you do show up for others, you're showing up as the best version of yourself. Embracing compliments and self-worth Stoicism teaches us the importance of viewing ourselves objectively. This means recognizing and acknowledging our strengths just as openly as we acknowledge our areas for improvement. It's about understanding our value, not in an egotistical way, but in a balanced and fair manner. Why do we struggle with accepting compliments? Often it's because we're viewing ourselves through a distorted lens. We might be focusing too much on our imperfections, or perhaps we're conditioned to believe that acknowledging our strengths somehow makes us arrogant. But here's a Stoic perspective to consider. Humility is not about denying our strengths. It's about recognizing them in a grounded and realistic way. It's about seeing ourselves as we truly are, without the embellishments of ego or the shadows of insecurity. The practice of self-awareness. Stoicism teaches us that our worth is not diminished by acknowledging our achievements and strengths. In fact, accepting compliments graciously is a way to practice self-awareness and objectivity. It allows us to see the virtues we possess and the efforts we've made, giving us a clearer understanding of our true selves. When someone compliments us, they're often recognizing something genuine in us, something worth praising. Dismissing these moments robs us of the opportunity to see ourselves through another's eyes, to understand our impact on the world around us. How do we get better at accepting compliments? The next time someone offers you a compliment, take a moment to pause. Reflect on their words and what it took for you to earn that praise. Thank them genuinely, and let their words remind you of your own worth and capabilities. Building self-confidence and integrity. In Stoicism, integrity is about aligning our actions with our values. It's about living in a way that reflects our principles and virtues. When we acknowledge our strengths and accept compliments, we're not just boosting our self-esteem, we're reinforcing our integrity. We're affirming that we are indeed living in alignment with our values and making a positive impact. Think about the last compliment you received. Instead of brushing it off, take a moment to reflect on it. What does it say about your virtues? How does it align with the values you hold dear? By doing this, you not only accept the compliment, but also use it as a tool to deepen your understanding of yourself and strengthen your resolve to live with integrity. Self-worth and the Stoic view of external validation. One of the key tenets of Stoicism is understanding that our worth does not depend on external validation. In a society obsessed with likes, followers, and approval from others, this can be a revolutionary idea. Stoicism teaches us that true self-worth comes from within, from our character and virtues, not from the fleeting opinions of others. Imagine living a life where your sense of self isn't swayed by external praise or criticism. This doesn't mean we ignore feedback, but we filter it through the lens of our own values and self-awareness. When we receive compliments, we can appreciate them without letting them define us. When we receive criticism, we can consider it objectively without letting it destroy our self-esteem. The inner citadel. The Stoics often refer to the concept of the inner citadel, a metaphor for the strong, resilient part of ourselves that remains untouched by external events. Building this inner citadel involves cultivating an inner sense of worth that is independent of external circumstances. It means recognizing that our true value lies in our ability to live virtuously and in alignment with our principles, regardless of what others think. To build your inner citadel, start by identifying your core values. Reflect on what truly matters to you and how you want to live your life. When you receive external validation, such as compliments, let it be a pleasant reminder of your values rather than the foundation of your self-worth. When you face criticism, use it as an opportunity to reflect and grow, but don't let it undermine your sense of self. The role of gratitude in valuing ourselves. Gratitude is a powerful practice in Stoicism. It helps us recognize the good in our lives and appreciate the efforts we and others make. By focusing on gratitude, we can shift our perspective from what we lack to what we have, including our own strengths and achievements. When we practice gratitude, we're more likely to see the positive aspects of ourselves and our lives. This shift in perspective can help us value ourselves more and appreciate the efforts we've made. Gratitude doesn't just make us happier, it also helps us see our own worth more clearly. Daily practices for building self-worth. 1. Morning reflection. Start your day with a few moments of reflection. Think about your values and how you want to embody them throughout the day. This practice sets a positive tone and reminds you of your inner worth. 2. Gratitude journal. Keep a journal where you write down things you're grateful for each day. Include your own achievements and strengths. This practice helps you focus on the positive aspects of yourself and your life. 3. Accept compliments. When someone compliments you, pause and accept it graciously. Reflect on what it says about your virtues and efforts. Let it remind you of your worth. 4. Set boundaries. Prioritize your well-being by setting boundaries. Make time for self-care and activities that replenish you. Remember that taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. 5. Reflect on achievements. Regularly take time to reflect on your achievements, big and small. Recognize the virtues and efforts behind them. This practice helps you see your progress and value your contributions. Overcoming self-doubt. Self-doubt is a common barrier to valuing ourselves. It's the voice that tells us we're not good enough, that our efforts don't matter, that we don't deserve success or happiness. Stoicism teaches us to challenge this voice with reason and objectivity. When self-doubt arises, ask yourself, is this thought based on fact or fear? What virtues have I demonstrated? What efforts have I made? By questioning self-doubt and focusing on your virtues and efforts, you can start to shift your perspective and recognize your worth. The power of affirmations. Affirmations can be a powerful tool in building self-worth. They help reprogram our minds to focus on our strengths and potential rather than our perceived flaws. Choose affirmations that resonate with your values and virtues. For example, I am resilient and capable. I embody wisdom and courage. Or, I am worthy of success and happiness. Repeat these affirmations daily, especially when self-doubt arises. Over time, they can help shift your mindset and reinforce your sense of worth. The journey of self-discovery. Valuing ourselves is a journey, not a destination. It's about continually exploring and understanding our virtues, efforts, and impact. It's about living in alignment with our values and recognizing our worth, regardless of external circumstances. As you continue on this journey, remember that you're not alone. Many have walked this path before you, guided by the wisdom of Stoicism. Use their insights and practices as your compass, and keep moving forward with courage and integrity. The impact of valuing ourselves. When we value ourselves, it impacts every area of our lives. We make better decisions, set healthier boundaries, and pursue our goals with confidence. We build stronger, more authentic relationships, and contribute more effectively to the world around us. Valuing ourselves isn't just about feeling good, it's about living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Building resilience through adversity. Stoicism teaches us that adversity is an inevitable part of life, but it's also an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. When we face challenges, we have the chance to develop resilience and deepen our understanding of ourselves. This resilience is a crucial component of valuing ourselves because it reinforces our belief in our ability to overcome difficulties and emerge stronger. When adversity strikes, remember that it's not the end, but a part of your journey. Reflect on past challenges you've overcome and the virtues you demonstrated in those moments. Use these reflections to remind yourself of your inner strength and resilience. The role of community. While Stoicism emphasizes self-reliance, it also recognizes the importance of community. Surrounding ourselves with supportive, like-minded individuals can help us stay true to our values and reinforce our sense of worth. Seek out relationships that uplift and inspire you and be a source of support for others as well. By fostering a community of mutual respect and encouragement, we create an environment where everyone can thrive and value themselves more fully. Remember, valuing ourselves isn't just an individual pursuit. It's a collective effort that benefits everyone. Conclusion. Thriving in true Stoic fashion. Embracing the wisdom of Stoicism can transform the way we value ourselves. By acknowledging our achievements, practicing self-care, accepting compliments, and building resilience, we can cultivate a deep sense of self-worth and live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Start today by embracing your strengths, acknowledging your achievements, prioritizing your well-being, and accepting the compliments that come your way. These practices, grounded in Stoic wisdom, will help you cultivate a deep sense of self-worth and live a life that's not just about existing, but about truly flourishing. A Stoic call to action now. It's time to put these principles into practice. Take a moment to reflect on what you've learned and identify one area where you can start valuing yourself more. Maybe it's acknowledging your achievements more openly, setting boundaries to prioritize self-care, or accepting compliments with grace. Whatever it is, commit to making a change today. Remember, the journey to valuing ourselves is ongoing. It's about continuously exploring, understanding, and embracing our virtues and worth. With the wisdom of Stoicism as your guide, you can navigate this journey with confidence and integrity, knowing that your true worth comes from within